Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
Welcome everyone to One Shot Mishaps. That was a mishap of flaming hot popcorn there.
Shut up!
Oh, you know Jordan, he likes things in his mouth.
Oh boy. So we are continuing our second session of
That's not the
this.
first time.
Please keep this.
Oh, this is staying in. You kidding me? It was perfectly timed. What the hell is that? Is that kernel?
No, yeah, it came out of my
Gross.
It's not the first time.
Moving on. Before we go into the recap, once to reiterate, RPGleague.com is a fantastic site for you to check out any reviews on tabletop RPGs, check out if there's any local tournaments around. They do fan-nominated awards, and they have a leaderboard. They are ultimately fantastic, and I highly recommend you check them out if you're within the area, or any areas they're planning on expanding. With that, we go into the recap. So we take place in the city of this. I don't remember the city. The city of Crushed. Anyways, that'll be the name of it.
Crush.
It's not Crushed.
You're going to forget to buy
I thought it was like Orange Crush.
Anyways, we took place in this city. You investigated many different places, built a map, labeled the map, went in search of several different things, ultimately finding bits and pieces here and there, coming to your own ultimate conclusions. Zedkiel and William von What's-Face, went into the sewers and investigated this burrow that was a part of the blacksmith house after being blown up twice, and found that it was burrowed in or dug through by a creature that was not denizen to this plane, abyssal in nature perhaps. Following the sewers that this led to, and then taking a specific path to traverse into different directions, Will found another hole in the ceiling that has the similar markings of the same hole that you came from. Zedkiel did not notice this. And that's where we left off. We're going to move over to Juna, though.
I remember my name.
So, what you are doing is you are walking past the government, or past the blacksmith to try to go to the government building in your general direction. Heading there, you do see Anu is there, and she looks at you. Oh, we were looking for you.
You guys are still here? You guys gone anywhere else?
Your one friend, Will, did. There was another explosion, but they found a hole, and decided...
Is it close to sewers?
I don't know. They didn't come back to tell me. Been gone for maybe about 10 minutes now. They told me to wait here to inform you of where they are.
Well, can you show me where it is?
Yeah. And she points literally to it, and she opens the door slightly, and she points to this the forge tipped over and a hole in the bottom.
Alright.
You can also see with your detect magic up, there's a plume of transmutation magic, several pores shooting up on the ground, puffs of the same transmutation.
Yeah, this is definitely work of abyssal. Alright. We're going... What are they called? They're called abyssal, right?
Yeah. She said, I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, I have a detect magic out, and I can tell from the walls that's not natural. So this is work of some magic, not at this plane.
Well, that's quite interesting.
So we're going to investigate. You coming in,
Well, I'm going to follow you. I was only up here to wait.
Okay. Just stay behind me then. I'll make sure you're safe. Somewhat.
Okay. It's pitch black, so you're gonna have 60 feet of dark vision, which only show figures, doesn't show details.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Do you go into the hole first? You can see there's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start following them.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm just gonna go fast and go.
Yeah, you make your way down. It's 25 feet down, and then about 45 feet in a direction, you you can see like a passage.
The 2 ways?
That passage goes down beyond your vision,
Okay.
so you don't know about the 2 ways yet.
Oh, okay, so I just keep going. I just keep following the rope.
You know, the rope doesn't follow them.
Oh.
The rope only dropped 50 feet.
Oh, so it stops.
It stopped.
Alright.
That would be a pretty fucking long rope.
And you need 1,000 fucking foot rope. Because you guys traveled for 5 minutes in a direction. You guys are 10 minutes away from him.
I need the book. Spell book.
For what about?
Enhance ability.
Enhance ability gives you like advantage on a specific trait.
Yeah. Different kinds, depending on which one I choose. So.
Well, you can give it to any of the basic stats. It's just called something different. I'll tell you that while I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Bear's endurance. Oh no, you're right. They do different things actually. Bear's endurance, advantage on Constitution checks, and 2d6 temporary hit points. Bull's strength, they have advantage on strength checks and double their carrying capacity. Cat's grace, they have advantage on dexterity checks and do not take falling damage from 20 feet. Eagle's splendor, they have advantage on charisma. Fox's cunning, advantage on intelligence, and Owl's wisdom, advantage on wisdom.
That's it?
Yep.
Alright, never mind then. I thought something could help me tonight. And
No.
hey, so I'm just gonna. I don't have anything to light up. I'm just gonna light my torch now.
Yep, light torch. You got 40 feet of. You have a 60 foot still of light. So 30 feet bright light, 30 feet dim light.
Jan, you probably need this more than me. I can see pretty well in the dark.
Just call me A. What did you pronounce my name right?
I'm sorry. How was it again?
An.
And.
A.
It
It's not on, it's on the.
I said on. And.
Hit the torch.
There is a U at the end of the name.
Anu.
Onion.
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 Alright, whatever. We're done. So I take I give her the torch.
Okay. You travel down, and eventually it goes left or right.
I take out. Oh, I remember the map. And from where this is where it splits off here, right?
Yep. You have no idea where they went.
Yeah.
Do I hear footprints?
You
I'm
Hear
gonna-
footprints.
footsteps, but no.
I'm gonna head towards the government building, so I'm gonna go left.
Okay. Come to another pass. Left or right. Keeping a
Government-
close eye out as well with detect magic. You don't see any magic.
And I'm just gonna go right. I'm just gonna head towards the government building still.
Okay.
And pass.
Another pass.
Do I see detect magic or anything?
So here's the thing that's strange. You do see the split path.
Mhm.
Differs from your map. Goes left and right. There's a small, like 5 foot to like about an 8 foot diameter, like dome that looks to be carved out in front of you, leading this way.
That's strange.
It is different than the map.
I was about to say something, but
Not there.
no, it's about us.
Oh, what?
About what we're about to go to do.
Clown through a poop chute?
No, we're gonna head to the government building into continuing the sewer.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's
So,
up. He's the
I'm
next
gonna-
of the parties.
I'm gonna tell on. Isn't that a little weird? Your map doesn't say anything about a sewer pipe leading straight from here, from what I can remember.
Well, like I said, I haven't been in the sewers, so maybe I'm just wrong about it.
Maybe. But it's also kind of strange how it's shaped like.
It's a roughly 10 foot diameter sphere. Cylinder, I suppose.
Be on guard. I'm gonna go look a little bit ahead of there.
Okay, well, stay safe. Should we not wait for the others, or?
I have an idea. Oh god, am I really gonna try it though?
You're out there? Shush. You two stay shush.
No, I know what you're doing. I think I know what you're doing.
No, I was gonna say
Probably
he has
not.
less health than I do, so
What are you doing?
I'd wait.
Okay. Do I really want to? No, I'll.
One shot. What?
Good point.
What
I'm
would
gonna-
you do?
I'm gonna cast Mislead.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make my clone. I'm gonna go invisible.
How long
Hey.
does mislead last?
An hour.
An hour.
Mhm.
Is it concentrated?
Yes.
Okay, so detect magic vanishes.
Okay. But here's also another thing. I can give up my senses to get the illusion senses. Except for touch.
So you become invisible.
Yep.
You use your action to move your illusory double up to your speed. Your illusory double up to twice your speed. You make a gesture, speak, or behave in whatever way you chose. You can see through its eyes and hear through its ears as if you were located where it is. On each of your turns as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses and your own senses, or back again. While you're using its senses, you are blinded and deafened in regard to your own surroundings.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be standing right next to you. If anything happens, shake my body furiously. I'm right here and I touch her.
Okay.
Okay.
She is holding on to you. It's just as you phase from existence, and then like a few feet in front of you, another duplicate of you emerge.
And then I'm going to switch to that its senses and
Okay.
head straight through.
Okay. It can move twice as fast,
Yeah.
so easily enough, just
Sonic!
floats across the ground over to it.
Also, I knew he was going to do that.
Were you?
Yeah.
Alright, well, smart,
Alright.
smart you. So it's dark. So 60 feet of dark
Yeah,
vision.
so I really have to like be up to its face.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna see details
Yeah.
without a torch.
Okay, that's fine.
Making your way down, it travels roughly about to here. So about 5 more minutes down, and then there's
At
a
sand
large at sand speed. So 2.5 minutes down, and it cusps into like a door frame almost, like a large. It's less of a door.
I can actually see that, right?
You can see that it's a wall in front of you, and then getting up close enough, you can see that it's clearly like a door type of scenario.
You can't open it now.
No, you can't push it, can't open it.
Can't face it.
No, it does not break that way.
But it's safe, right? I check my surroundings. I don't see anything.
Seems fine. There's no like. I mean, you haven't triggered any traps or anything.
I mean,
You make an investigation check for traps.
can I even do that as a illusion?
Yeah, because you can see through it. You're just gonna be at disadvantage because it's dark.
Okay, that's fine. What's that tray?
Yeah, you roll the check because that rolled like 5 times. That wasn't good.
12.
Looking around, doesn't seem to be trapped or anything. You're looking carefully in like certain kind of pores, see if there's like flat portions of it. Not noticing anything.
Okay. Then I'm gonna switch back to my senses.
Okay.
And tell her. Oh no, honestly I don't have to switch back to my senses. I can
No.
still talk.
You can still talk.
Yeah, never mind. I don't do that. I just say, "There's a door down here,
Sure.
and I can't see any traps, but it's dark. I can barely see anything, but I can't push open the door because it's an illusion clone. So,
That's fair.
you want to go lead us down there, but be mindful of your surroundings just in case of traps."
I'll follow your lead, but it's off in direction. And she starts to pull you. You can feel it. You can't.
I can't hear.
You also. You didn't gather any of her responses.
Oh.
Because all you feel is her eventually pulling you because you can't hear without switching your senses over.
Hey, I just realized I can't hear you, so I hope you're moving towards where my illusion went.
You don't know.
She's leading my body to
She's just pushing you to the wall.
down here.
I need a D8.
Oh, I gave you 2 d10s. I see.
Tyler, she's leading me here and pushed me into the end of the out of town.
Yeah.
You, instead of going straight, you went left. You guys end up out by the lake instead.
So I look towards the way where I was walking, where my clone was walking. See the light at least.
Yeah, you could see light approaching you,
Okay, good.
and then
Come
it
this
comes
way.
in closer. Once the light reaches the door, it's not a door. What it is 2 massive like stone protrusions just slammed into each other with such a force that it created this like barrier.
Oh, a magic barrier?
Not magical, it's just a force. Like it's literally just like a rock wall
Oh.
that's like 2 different shellings just slammed into each other.
Okay, I switch back to my senses. I'm gonna let go for a second, so wait here.
You can see her. can see. You can see directly in front of you too.
Yeah, sure. So I switch back to my senses.
Okay.
I move my body. And I try moving the rock.
Make an athletics check.
D20 it.
16.
Kind of like chip part of your nail, and yeah, not even budging.
Ooh. I can't move it. Alright. I think we have to wait for the men then. Let's go find them. And I...
Look, not to deter from us, but they don't look to be the strongest of men.
Stronger than me, I hope.
Fair enough.
I dispel it. Can I dispel my spell whenever?
Yeah, I mean you can dispel it. You'll lose concentration of it, so you won't be able to use it.
Yeah.
You can just keep it for an hour.
That's true. Okay, Clone, you stay here.
It's something useful. It's just a note. Unless you're trying to like use another concentration spell, you can just keep it up.
Okay.
It's up to you though, because I mean, if somebody were to say try to go in there and seize the illusion, you know,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
I'm gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep going, and when we get to that impasse again, head towards the government building. Keep going down that path. See if you find anything else.
The government building? I don't have my map.
When you keep going straight from here, when we came from to the impasse, take a left, I believe.
Okay. Okay, so you're heading your way there. We're gonna cut to you too.
Yep.
So that's what you just saw is the hole in the ceiling, and you said Kale is just kind of passing by.
Will. Oh, Zakil, yeah, that's his name.
I catch up to Sakil. Sakil, you know you're past a hole that was directly up to the.
I was looking straight, man. I'm looking at the wall. I was looking up.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have a libel.
You know, we're investigating for Abyss, right?
Yeah, I forgot to look up. Okay. Look twice. Leave me alone, okay? Still remembering to look up.
Nobody ever looks into the air for enemies. Dragons.
Dragons.
Maybe flying in from the sky. Nobody,
Doing a quick swoosh.
nobody seems to look up.
Do you want to forward, or do you want to go back and investigate the whole more?
No, I have a theory.
It's in sight.
Like, yeah, but like.
But it has a similar as the hole that we came in as well.
Okay.
It's been digged upward to the house. So I think I'm getting a feeling that each of the places that's been
What?
They detect magic still on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see magic through the hole, right? Any
There's no
farm
magic
ones?
in it.
Oh, okay. That's all I'm gonna ask.
Our DM's here. Expo markers.
He's making the DM sort of.
I am making the magical blade of Expo.
Same time.
Anyways, what are you doing?
So I'm getting a feeling that each of the recent areas that's been hit with abyssal has a similar hole into it.
That makes sense.
But
We found two. We won't know upon further investigation on.
yeah, so I say we just continue going. Should we continue to do the government?
Yeah, that's the next place of importance that we were gonna check out. So we should head that way then.
I agree. Lead the way.
Turn back around and start marching the way I was originally going.
Okay.
You
So
know,
making your way.
So our DM here
I
said
have 7 markers.
No. So our DM here made a magical sword while we are having our own conversation. Did I look over to him?
It's the
He
fairy
made a
sword.
tower.
It's my flaming sword.
It's the fairy sword.
It's got a break.
The Great Fairy Sword?
Yeah.
Now lift it high and lift it proud and watch it shatter.
Ever. Anyways, moving on. You make your way to the Capitol government building, and
We come to a split though.
Oh,
yeah.
But I know I have a map, so we're going somewhere.
Oh yeah, we should still investigate. Just make sure there isn't more holes. Because we're walking.
Well, I would say just go to the government office, the government place. So
What are you guys doing?
We're
So
making our way towards the government.
all in the sewer.
Yeah, you go down the pathway. You don't find anything different, and eventually come to a pass, left or right. Nothing else odd about it. You would know with the map that taking you to the left would take you to underneath the government building. It's not gonna take you to it. It's gonna take you underneath it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So making your way opposing sides.
well, they only see A.
You don't see each other first of all.
Oh, okay.
Because A, it's still a fair distance. On this map, it doesn't because it's obviously in comparison. But making your way through your tunnels, you don't spot anything other than like several different holes that are leading in. They're man-made, not creature-made,
With pipes and stuff,
with
right?
pipes and everything like that.
With shit coming out of it. We know
Not coming out of it yet, but maybe.
You use a oh!
That's the big one.
The landlord is upstairs. Oh my god, gross. Anyways, moving on from this. Don't want that image in my brain.
Too late for that.
That's what you spot, is nothing out of the ordinary.
No, hold on, move it.
No.
Looks like
Any magic? Magic?
No. No magic.
Alright.
And eventually you both meet.
Moving on. A.
Yeah, you see A holding an arm out to nobody.
I see a figure he saw.
We're both using detect magic. So.
Actually, you. I didn't say
Oh,
that one.
Yeah, you can see an illusory figure. You still can't see them, so they still would technically benefit from like invisibility. You just can't see
I can
them.
detect that there's magic going
Yeah, you
on.
can see illusion, like a little figure of illusion.
So, what's with the magic?
We see it, bro. I don't see anything.
Are you using your senses in the other person?
On my clone, yeah.
Okay. This is your elven friend, Trina.
What?
She's right here. You can't see her.
Say my son.
She let go of my hand, so I switch back.
When you
happened?
switch back, you can see a
Oh!
group of people in front of you.
Just a
Oh.
flaming sword in front of
Hi
me.
guys. Fancy seeing you here. Are we at the government building?
Yes.
More or less.
Well, we're underneath it.
Oh. I look around, no magic.
No magic, just more poop shoots.
Just a
Okay,
sword.
well that theory went down the drain.
What theory?
I just had a feeling that the government building was maybe related to the death and maybe even the abyssal creature, but it's not. But I did find another hole.
Another hole.
Yes. I'll.
Is it stranger than the sewer we're in right now?
Yes, it is. I'll show you. It's easier to show you. And I grab A's hand. Follow me. I'll keep my senses.
Who's Eddie?
Eddie?
Is it A?
She said she said eh.
I heard Eddie.
I heard Eddie too.
I'll lead the way. You guys just follow A. So I grab a hand and just stop pulling. And a little speedy this time. Trying to get there quickly.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, if you guys are following, stop it, you guys. You guys are following. You can make it to. I will kill you. You follow A until she reaches the same tunnel as before that you have never seen, but you have
So
seen.
yeah. So from what I remember from the map.
Clocks.
You can make an investigation check.
So what I remember from the map, this way wasn't on the map. But again, A says she hasn't really been down here at all, and they could have changed. So this could have been made recently.
So with a natural 20, you can see that the tunnel that's in front of you completely made with the same similar claw marks as before, burrowed, except it took much longer, or it was a much larger creature.
So I'm assuming that
That's all
this.
on that.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
said.
Well,
It's Keel.
Said keeled. I'm
So
never
I
gonna
was-
remember. I got a notebook. I'm writing it down.
So I hope you guys are strong because I can't pull that rock. You didn't bring your book.
I left it downstairs.
Your Rock Lee book.
I went down to go grab it. Left it down there because I grabbed a cheese stick and a
Put it in the
cupcake.
microwave.
What?
You put it in the microwave.
Yeah, when we're done, finish making cupcakes.
Okay. So
Right.
we're walking in. So guys, there's a rock. Oh, hang on. Before we go down there, I switch quick. Check my surroundings.
Clear as far as you can go.
I can't touch anything either. So I snap back. Alright, I think it's clear. So let's head in.
Alright.
I need.
How do you know that?
Oh, I'm using one of my spells. I send you could say a clone myself down there to check out the area. I'll do it on easy going there with us two. Just us two. So,
You gotta make your way there.
yeah,
Roll for initiative.
no,
But I need you.
Sagio. I want you to take fun if you could, just in case if something happens. So be ready.
Alright, up front with my sword already drawn. Ready to
Yeah.
stop that.
And A, stay behind us. I'll stay behind you guys too. I'll keep us safe. While invisible.
So making your way. By the way, it's been about like 15 minutes.
Detect magic again.
Your detect magic would be off in its 10-minute interval. You can start casting it now, sure, but know that right now you do not have detect magic on because it would have been within that 10-minute interval of you not having it on. Because to cast it, if you try to cast it again during that phase, you would break concentration to cast it again. So you have to wait until it's up and then cast it. Wait until it's up and then cast it. So, unless you're spending a spell slot. Okay, I didn't think so.
So anyways.
what I need
to
you-
the up in the building?
What?
The underneath wouldn't have ended there.
It would have ended because you had it initiated like around here.
Yeah.
So about 10 minutes. It wouldn't have taken you another 10 minutes to get to here though. So we'll say it's pretty close to starting another one. What I need you three to do is roll nothing. It's been fucking with you. There's nothing in here.
Should I roll?
Okay.
Nothing. When you find you see an illusory Juna in the corner, just stagnant,
I make a
and
way.
then doing an emoticon wave.
Just.
So you poke forwards.
That's
it's
my
an
drum
illusion.
guy, so that rock over there,
Wait,
it's oddly shaped.
so that illusion doesn't break if someone poke at it?
Huh?
It's an
Wow.
illusion.
It gets punctured, and the light just goes through it.
So there's a rock over, two rocks over there that looks like it's closing something. We all should try to move it.
I squint real hard to see it.
The rock.
It's obvious.
There's plenty of light because
Flaming sword
Zakil's
out.
got his flame blade up,
And,
Okay.
and there's a torch.
in the back.
The entire area is like beaming with light now.
Were there any other tunnels
Okay,
as we were
thank you,
walking?
because I thought I was.
What?
Were there any other tunnels as we were walking
No.
down tunnel? Okay.
Okay.
What were you
No.
saying?
I was about to say, like, I don't know how bright it is, so I'm gonna keep saying, yeah, it's too dark for me to see.
Oh, it's bright. It's real bright.
Oh yeah.
So we all should try to move it.
You can try.
Is there a crack? No. Like,
It's like a line. It's less of a crack and more of like
yeah, there's like
two different things were
Yeah.
pushed.
No,
so
like,
close
is there
together.
a crack where you like can see through?
No, you can't see through it at all.
Question.
Yeah.
If I put my sword in the ground, would it go out?
What?
Like if I stick it upside down in the ground so I don't have to hold it?
Your sword's not gonna chisel through stone like
I
that.
thought it was just dirt over there. I got
No, this entire tunnel has all been cobblestone.
Don't be
Okay.
lazy.
Even the tunnels, everything's been cobblestone.
I mean, wood could puncture
It
it.
wasn't.
Wood picks.
So no, A, your sword's not gonna cut through the stone, and B, the flame would go out once it was sheathed. So if it was completely sheathed into the stone, it would snuff out.
No, it would just only been like I said, so it wouldn't balance. Like,
I mean, you could probably stab into it to have it just sit there, be like a torch.
Or have this
You
mirror
do that.
against the wall.
That's what I.
Okay, yeah, you can do
against
that.
the wall. That way, easy access and stuff.
Are you
for me to
sure?
grab
Oh,
it again.
okay, I was gonna say.
Because then two hands to hold the rock.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
fair.
go one hand and hold the sword.
Everyone ready?
Alright, make athletics checks. Everyone.
Actually, before that, can I investigate the rocks? Like,
Sure, if you want to take a look at it.
yeah. I guess investigation was intelligence, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 7.
Looking at it, it just looks like two massive rocks were just slammed together.
Alright. So,
Not gonna glean much else from that.
Alright, pulling.
Athletics checks.
20.
20,
Better than your last time. with
Yeah. Wow, harder than myself now.
19.
Okay.
So with that
Wiggly.
17.
With a natural 19 on her part. You guys are pulling. Not budging.
Oh, still?
Not even close.
I got my sword.
It
back.
doesn't budge at all.
Ooh, and that's 20 too.
I will say with that, because the investigation wasn't very good, you can see that these rocks aren't form fit to the 10-foot like radius or the 10-foot dome that you're currently in. They clearly go over it, so it's probably stretches further out. It's probably not just like a rock slate. It's probably a rock, like a boulder that was slammed into this. Like two different boulders slammed together.
So you could say it's a boulder.
So it's probably a lot larger and a lot heavier than what you initially examined.
I look up.
So it could be a Baldur's Gate.
I look up. Is there anything above me?
I mean, it's not above you, but you can see that there is a gap between the carved out portion and the rock
Above
itself. Yeah, it's not like a hole or anything. You can just see that it's not flush. It doesn't like meld into it.
Oh, we can't get into that now. Not without something to move it.
You try to pull it. How about we try to push it?
You try pushing. Make another athletics check.
You can do that.
I mean, if you want to do it.
19 plus 3.
I
Plus
know.
all your other stuff.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. So you three. Nothing.
Okay.
With a shot.
The
Well,
pull door.
Yeah. How are we gonna pull? That's the question.
He's got an implanted handle and then pull.
But there's a how would we pull it in? Above it, there's a little sign. Pull door.
It's just a button.
what is identifying?
Well, A, it takes a minute to cast, and it can give you, if you cast it on a creature, you can see any magical effects that are affecting them. If you cast it on an item, you know all the magical properties that are affiliated with it, and if it's like affected by like a charm or something
Okay.
for people.
Alright, never mind then. Let's see what else.
You can also risk to cast that as well as 11 minutes.
Just on a single object for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
See if I.
Like a magic item, if you didn't know the properties of it, you can cast Identify on it, know the magic properties.
I have a super
Just-
question.
Just for the one item, yeah.
Yeah, for 11 minutes?
Yep, because it's ritual casting it. If you just cast it normally, it's a first level spell.
Oh, okay.
And
I have a stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
So is flame tongue metal?
Mm-hmm.
So and he lights on fire. What if I cast heat metal?
It's still gonna hurt.
Okay.
Well, what happened? What's going on now?
Nothing.
Okay, another question.
It's
Yes.
a combination
What if
that.
I try using shatter on the boulder?
You don't know?
It's messy though.
What's shatter?
It creates a 15 or 20-foot radius burst of sound that does damage to objects and stuff like that, and creatures, obviously. You're not sure.
I mean, that boulder's probably too big anyways.
Might not even be 20 feet. Might actually be like 10.
What time is it now in the
And
day?
you can't tell. It's dark.
You guys continue investigating this.
Question.
What?
Is the abyssal creature, is that a fiend? Would be a fiend.
That's the question. I have no fucking clue. I don't know what the muscle right now. I think so, yeah. I think they're fiend creatures.
Okay. Would divine sense work through a boulder?
What's it say?
Within 60 feet.
That's awesome.
Alright. Let me use divine sense to see if I can sense anything on the other side of the boulder.
Okay. So you use your channel divinity, which I think you only have one of. So you use divine sense.
Use 6 times / long rest.
Oh, that's based off your charisma and your 6 times.
That's what you have written.
6 per day. Let me see this.
It's usually based off of a stat. It's that. I'll look it up quick.
What is
But yeah,
it?
you can use it. And so you focus into your magical prowess of encountering all these other creatures, and you don't sense any fiend nature nearby.
Also, you can use this 6 times per
Wait,
long
so
rest.
is it-
That's what he said, but I'm
Yeah.
looking at how many times you can use
Isn't
it.
a missile creature a
6.
fiend? Then?
Yeah, he doesn't sense it.
No, a missile creature is a fiend.
It is a fiend. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Which
this
is
is something that you would know. Oh, it's equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. So 6.
I'm gonna continue the sewer ray. So it's a keen, casting the torch.
I'm giving my sword torch. I'll light one for you.
Alright.
Didn't you order a torch before?
I've been holding my sword. I
Yeah,
threw
he's
my torch
only-
in the hole.
He dropped his torch and it landed in
Here.
the sewer water.
And I wasn't even picking that back up.
Hey, you just give Will your torch. Oh, my torch. I guess.
Alright, she hands you a torch.
Right. You two
I
stay.
light it up with his sword.
Then we'll try to do lit.
I mean, it was already lit.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna continue.
Hang on, Will. I'm coming too. You guys stay here, investigate, try to figure out an idea. I leave my clone here. So if anything happens, I can let Rex. Will know. Alright, lead the way.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel an invisible hand lead the way.
I'm kind of scared. That's why I'm getting the chills right now.
There's no talking. Are you using your senses to thing? Silence.
I'm getting, guys. I'm getting a little creep out here.
Your clone can hear this.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. This girl, my body can't see or hear anything, so I have to follow you by grabbing you. Stop while you're touching. Slap.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
He can feel you.
Okay, enough joke aside.
Rex,
So you start
uh,
heading this
Will,
way.
if something happens, shake
No.
me. Make sure you shake me furiously, so I can switch my senses back.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'm gonna investigate the path of this way.
Before you go, give me the map.
Hmm?
Before you go, give me the map.
Do you give him a map?
How good is your memory? Actually, technically, my character doesn't even know that, so yeah. Can you hear? You can hear me through the.
Yeah, you can technically hear you still because he's still in the same area.
I know this whole place by heart in a way.
I guess here. Give him a map.
Okay.
So continue the path over this way then.
Okay. So as you guys are traveling through, you don't see or hear shit.
Yeah, it's-
So you make a investigation check.
Yeah, I think it's just that. It's not based on wisdom, right?
Yeah, investigation intelligence. So when you're traveling down, once it kind of like curves off the side, veers slightly, you can see that opposing you, because you're on the right side of the like liquid muck. On the opposing side, you can see in the carved-in tunnel that leads upwards once again.
Upwards.
Yeah,
To,
it's about
here.
it's about here. It goes up.
And just leave
We're
upward.
still within earshot of each other, aren't we?
I mean, if you shout, the thing is like it probably echoes in this place, but the issue is that you are easily out of sight.
Here's a question.
Mhm.
Since I know where Rex is, can I send a message?
Well, you're out of message range.
I'm next to him,
Sorry, messaging.
I'm next to him,
don't apply
technically.
here.
right?
Damn,
Let me read the spell because I'd have to know.
Wait, then wouldn't that break concentration?
Oh yeah.
No, message is not concentration.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
It's not concentration. I'd have to look. Anyways, what are you doing?
I was gonna leave the tunnel because I can't do anything in there.
Okay.
Oh, you guys. Oh, they're leaving. I guess I just kind of my clone kind of follows them.
Okay.
Just.
Just got off.
I just said, sit there. I stare at them.
Just slice through his head.
Do I know what's this villain?
Well, he would.
But he can't. She can't hear me.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
But we see them, so
Fine.
Think harder.
think longer.
The DM's thinking about this combination.
The DM think about a way to kill us all in one move.
See, here's the thing. You can still cast message. It's not telepathic. The way it works is that they whisper the thing back to you, and only you two can hear it. However, you still aren't the one receiving it with your sense. So like, you could point, cast message. You could whisper it, they'll whisper it back to you, but your senses are still with the other person, so you won't hear it.
Good point. Okay. Alright.
Yes.
Fuck.
And going based off the spell's wording, and it says you whisper it, and only you and the recipient can hear it.
Okay.
So you leave the tunnel, your duplicate follows. You can see a torchlight in the distance, like curving around a corner. You don't see where it is.
As I see them coming out,
You don't see them coming out.
I don't see the light.
You can see the light, sure, but you don't see them.
Shout to us.
I was planning on it. Tell you to investigate the other incident places.
I was gonna go that way.
Oh.
So you shout, "Go investigate somewhere else." I already know.
You're a monster.
Shut the fuck up!
Just
Maho from the rocks. You just hear the rock scoots over.
Excuse me?
Anyways, so what are you doing, Will?
Is it possible to like climb up to this?
You could go around, probably, or you could try to leap
No.
across. It's about a 10-foot gap.
Wait, so I can't climb this
Because it's on the opposing side with the liquid in front of you. So you have to make it over that, or swim through it, or go around it. Those are your three options.
I guess I'll go around it then.
Okay, it takes you some time. Just go around.
You should remember something, Calvin. Someone's hanging on to you.
Yeah, well,
I
he's
thought
going
you said-
around. He's going around. He's not jumping.
Okay. I thought he's maybe like shimmering or something.
Yeah, he's going. By going around, it's literally you go until there's a passage over it,
Okay.
and then you go around that.
Okay.
It's not literally going. We're going. Whoosh! He fucking chucks you over it.
This isn't like Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
where the stairs is following.
Takes you another good few minutes, but you make your way over that. You got about half of your duration left on your
Yeah.
thing.
So I realized something.
What?
None of us ever checked this building, even though it was directly across from this one.
Me. You also never checked the Mastiff one either.
No.
Anyways,
Which was closest to
yeah. Anyways, so make your way to it, and you can clearly tell that it's the same as any of the other ones. It's about a 5-foot wide tunnel and goes up.
Do I know this building? Is this the church that A said?
Yep, you can tell that this is generally where the church is. You're not necessarily sure where it's going to come up from, but you can see that it's probably roughly around there, nearby the church at least.
next time.
And can I tell this is like recently dug out or?
It looks the same as all the other ones. You're not sure when it was dug.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So you take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. Duplicate's walking with them.
I look backward because he just stood still.
Hmm?
I switch back to mine
Okay.
because he stood still.
Oh yeah, sure.
What are you doing?
Taking 10 minutes to cast Detect
Where
Magic.
are we?
We found a tunnel that's been leading up to the recent incidents of these houses.
Where are we right now?
We're under the church.
I
If
look,
I remember-
I look around.
If I remember correctly.
See, now here's the difficult part. You would know where the map is.
Yes.
You don't know where you've been traveling.
Yeah.
So, like, field awareness, you're oblivious to.
Yep.
So you would have no clue initially. You can ascertain, because you're fairly close to where you were before, that this is underneath the church. But if he, say, went like around a corner and then you try to field awareness yourself, you're not going to know where that is. Then you're going to be completely lost from that point on.
Unless he tells them which way they went.
Even then, because then it's different than like just being told something. It's you actually moved, followed a path, understood which turns, where those turns were, and he might be wrong in his description in it. Regardless, but yeah,
I investigate around.
you can definitely tell that you're probably underneath the church with the same kind of hole. Yes.
For your mislead, what's the range of that?
As far as it can go. You just create another duplicate. It can go as far as it really wants.
It is a level 5 spell.
I thought there was going to be a limit.
I don't know, maybe there's a little check, but
No? Okay. Then
Okay, little.
range is self, so
Yeah, well, the range is his duration.
the duration's 1 hour. So
And losing your senses.
anyways.
So he tries to switch back, he loses his sense.
So where are you going, Zin?
We're gonna go towards this one.
Okay, looking at the map, you're gonna try and make your way over there?
Yeah.
Alright. You come across a path, turn right. Come across another path, you turn left. Come across another path, which is 4 different paths. You turn right. You come across another 4 paths, and you go straight. Make an investigation check during all that time. With detect magic up as well.
So how many times is that?
Well, that took about 15-20 minutes to do, because he had to go through several passages and all this other stuff.
So, I did have another idea I wanted to do.
What?
I'm going to switch back to my clone after I look around the church
So
area.
14.
Okay.
Nothing interesting around the church area?
No, just the tunnel
Okay.
going up.
So,
I'm going to switch back to my clone. This is going to be the fun part.
I was rolling.
For what?
You said to do a roll for it. So I was going
So why are you rolling like 4 times?
for different corners.
Oh, I see your point. Yeah, there was nothing on the corners.
So,
Anyways,
I'm going to go back to my clone.
okay, so
I'm pretty sure I lost
time displacement
you.
here.
Yeah.
They're walking. That's what you see.
And,
Because they haven't reached their destination yet.
does my clone know where it's going then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My clone's just going to say, it's not sprinting.
It can talk.
Oh yeah, good. I'm not gonna say that.
Gonna say fuck you guys.
I was gonna say, couldn't it talk?
It can absolutely still talk.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go ahead and look around. And I start sprinting into directions we haven't been to yet.
Give me your other figurine.
What other figurine?
It's over here. Which direction are you going?
So which way are they going?
They're going up to this house.
Then I'll go the opposite way, just like
This
travel
house?
around.
This house? Because if you're going to that place we haven't went, it's this one.
I'm gonna go visit the places I've been to.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I don't have reach.
There you go.
How
Okay,
long?
it's gonna take some time because it's gonna take
Not as long, but
you. Once it reaches that house, it's going to end because it's gonna take 20 minutes to get to there.
okay.
So it's gonna take at least another 10 minutes to get to that place, and you only had 30 minutes left when you made it to there.
Okay.
So you can investigate there, and that'll be it for that. Anyways, what are you two? What is Will gonna be doing? Because you have 20 minutes before they do anything. So.
Is my detect magic up?
Okay, so 10 minutes. Tech magic.
It's like my
Yeah. Then I'm gonna. Is it possible to like climb up?
Yeah, you can try to. It's not like steep. It goes into an incline, and then probably will go up.
Then I'm gonna do that and try and see where this leads up to.
And you still have a torch yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when you're climbing through, you feel a tunnel as well. There's a point where you just like fucking trip, poof, slap into the ground, it picks you back up,
Motherfucker.
and you continue walking. Eventually, it gets so steep that you're gonna have to start like physically climbing.
Before that point, can I feel like?
Yeah, you can still feel June on your arm.
So I grab her arm, like will hand her to the torch. Then I can probably still see like to the top.
A little bit, yeah. You can't see like at the very tippy top, but you can see some of it.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna start climbing by myself.
Okay, make an athletics check.
With advantage.
With advantage because of your gloves of swimming and climbing. It's not advantage. You get +5 to whatever.
Oh,
you
it's just
roll,
+5.
which is actually better in retrospect.
Unless you get like a 2. Oh, that too.
Yeah, I almost have a fumble.
I mean, worst case scenario, you fall.
I mean,
Because I'm being honest, I need that 5 anyways.
The 5 is probably better than the advantage. So
So 17.
17. You don't have anything for athletics? Oh yeah, that's right. You don't. So making your way, climb up. It's you're in a dark room once you get to the very top.
Do I feel like the floor or
The floor is a floor, stone.
the stone?
Can't see anything because you also don't have dark vision.
Yeah, so like torch.
At the very bottom of the hole,
how high is it?
you climbed about 30 feet.
Oh god.
I mean, the drop before was 25.
Yeah. Which is why threw down a rope.
You climbed up about 30 feet, and the thing is that the light's not gonna displace inside this room. It's gonna just go up. So,
Okay, personal talk between me and you in our class.
okay,
When I summon the sword, does it glow?
it does not provide light.
Okay, I'm gonna add that later on
Okay,
to note that it does not provide light.
I mean, generally, if something does not provide light,
I just
it doesn't need to specify that.
I just don't want to Just want to be clear.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
It's our class.
Okay, I'm just saying. Because, like, I mean, if you look at a normal silver sword that doesn't produce light, it doesn't specify that it doesn't produce light.
But it's possible. Can I like see a figure of like the objects or?
No, it's pitch black. Like it's as if it was pitch like nighttime, and like that's the other thing. There's no other sources of light. It's still daytime, but there's no sources of light.
So there's no like windows.
There's no, as far as you can tell, it's pitch black. You probably have a few torches, people. Each of you probably have at least 10.
Yeah, 10.
9.
So you can light a torch.
Eat some.
I'll do that.
Okay, yeah. You light a torch, and the interior of this room is incredibly, like, musky. It's got water damage and shut up. It's got a lot of water damage and mulch, moss growing on several different portions of the wood walls. The interior of it looks pretty vacant. You can see there's like bedding in the corner, and there's no door.
No door.
There's no door, no window. It's just a box. There's light, or no, there's not light. There's like bedding, portions of food scraps, and a few barrels. Kind of go over, shave them a little bit. They got water in them, or some kind of liquid at least.
You said there's like moss. Like,
Yeah, it's like mossy, just like very water damaged.
There's no doors, no light. There's a bed.
It's about 10 by 15 feet, and when you emerge, you're like in the corner.
That's all I can see, right?
That's the entirety of this room. You detect magic on, yeah?
Yeah, I have to.
You can see that the walls are coated in some kind of illusory magic.
Like the walls like in front of me or next
All
to
of
the bed?
them.
All of them?
In every direction, the entire walls are coated in some kind of illusory magic.
I don't have the spell or anything. Can I investigate around the room to see if I can?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
19.
19. Looking around and with a general idea of where you're at, though you have never been up here, it's strange to have a room with no doors. You can clearly tell based off of what kind of living quarters this is. It was probably a living quarters for whatever creature made the burrows, as no other creature would know about this unless they climbed up this tunnel.
Mystery magic. Burrows.
Other than that, there's nothing else in here. You can see claw marks near the bedding. That's about it.
Near the bedding?
Yeah.
Underneath the bed, just torch shred.
I was going to say, like, check underneath the bed.
It's not a bed, it's bedding. It's like straw scraps and stuff. So there's not like an underside to it.
There's inside in the barrel, so
It's water.
just water.
You peel back the top and it's water inside. The water looks actually pretty fresh.
I want to take the water I found.
It's pee.
So this is illusionary magic. Is it possible that I just push the wall and see anything happens?
It's pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just climb back down then.
Make your way back down. That's pretty easy too. I'm not gonna hit you anymore.
You fail.
You get down, there's still an invisible torch being held in place.
I just drop mine then. Grab hers.
Okay.
Grab her arm, put it on my shoulder. And continue walking this way.
You have to do like a weird shimmy to kind of like go around each other because it's a single file down these tunnels.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like, and then you pass each other. So
Watch where you're touching.
you're out of tunnel now.
Do I see anything like when I go outside the tunnel?
Outside the whole thing, or outside the passage that you were in? Like, are you going out of the sewer?
Yeah, I'm going out of the sewer.
Okay. That's gonna take you some time. So now we're gonna cut over to.
While I do that, can I make investigation to see if I can find any footprints or claw marks?
Make a nature check.
Nature check?
Yeah, because we're trying to, or a survival check. Sorry, to determine if there's any tracks.
5.
Plus your wisdom and stuff. So.
She has nothing.
14.
Wisdom is his magic stat. So. Yeah, still not enough. There's no tracks at least. It's not that there's not enough. It's there. You're not finding any tracks. There's no claw marks that are just random. Whatever claw marks there are look to be very specific in the tunnels that are carved out. Other than that, you're not finding any of the tracks.
Okay, now
So
I'm just
some
gonna make my way.
Okay, so Zidkiel, when you get up to this point, you see the illusory Juna flick you off and then mouth a few words and then run away. Just sprinting into the darkness.
My illusionated clone is more active than me.
It's like its full personality.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
But making your way to this building, or at least the undercarriage of it, you can see several different like pipes popping out with substance coming out. In between the two ports, there is another man-made card, or another carved tunnel.
Can I determine that it's from the same Vista creature?
Yes, you can easily clearly tell, especially seeing so many of them.
At this point, they're all the same.
Yes. No other person has gone down here to carve these.
Unless someone was really, really, really bored.
And really wanted to peep on something. Anyways.
Nope, this is not the ladies' room. Trying to take a different tunnel. Nope, this is not a ladies' room.
Why does the peeping out be a dude?
This is not the men's room.
This is not the men's bathhouse. Anyways, what are you doing?
I'm gonna climb up the tunnel.
Okay, as you do, Emma's just there. So, what should I do?
Stay down here. Here's a torch. Hold it. And then if you see anything moving that doesn't look like someone, yell.
Fair. She looks around and there's no movement. Alright.
Easy job.
And then stand closer against the wall. That way,
Yeah.
yeah, you're hidden a little
If you fall asleep.
So, as you climb up, make an athletics check.
What's that? Is that 1? It's 3.
better. It's 6.
You're climbing, get about 10 feet. And since it's an incline, you hit it and start to roll partially. And it has to get out. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I was going to say that he landed straight flat.
Okay. You come tumbling out. You don't stab your sword in. What happens? Well, what happens is you're just about to you pop out of the tunnel. You keep tumbling towards the pit of sewage. And you go sliding to a stop just before sliding into the sewage muck.
That was
I get up and I run straight back.
And you go round 2, and you start charging back up. Make another athletics check. It's the same roll. This time though, you're careful and you stab it, so you just lose your balance, and eventually you climb back. There's no rush. It was just funny for the first time. Round 2, let's go. Round 2, round 3. I got it. But you do make your way up there. There is once you get up there, you have dark vision. Yeah. So once you get up there,
Awesome.
it is fairly dark. The light that's coming from the windows nearby is very muffled, as there's just wooden planks that are placed in and nailed into the wall. You light up your flame blade. Roll a deck. No, okay, you don't explode.
I was expecting it, honestly.
However, what you do spot inside of this is the windows completely boarded up. There's very faint bits of light coming through it. The door, it's metal barred, essentially. It has so many planks over it that it is gonna take, it's gonna take way too long to try to open it.
Pry it open.
The remainder of this room, it has many things in it. It has a few barrels. It has what looks to be
So what's in the barrels?
you can check, yeah. When you open it, there is some kind of like black powdery substance inside of it.
Step!
No.
Oh, the whole house explodes.
But that's what you see. You also, and there's about 3 barrels that are like that.
Can I ascertain what the stuff is?
You aren't sure. Make a nature check.
Nature check. $21.
You can guess that this is probably the substance that exploded and exploded in very violent force. Although this is a lot concentrate of it. If this were to explode, it would be very dangerous.
I'm gonna put the lid back on those.
Alright, yeah. Pop it back on. Very quick, tough to smoke. Dissipates in the distance, so it does not ignite.
I'm gonna remember about these barrels. Could come in handy a little later.
He takes it with us.
Pause it.
Yeah,
Throws
how
it back to
you,
the hole.
these barrels are heavy.
I mean, I lifted up the floor.
Anyway, just, you're not there. I know what your thought is. Anyways. Other than that, you see if you,
Also went for water in one of them.
there's like a vial of like a weird kind of
Detect
white
magic.
substance. You can cast Detect Magic.
I do.
Okay, takes 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. So, while that's happening, nope, you don't say anything.
No,
You
it's not to him, just to him.
cannot.
Tyler's gay. Alright.
So, your illusion
Yep.
makes it full speed, just near. You make it there. You can see another tunnel.
Alright. What?
You can see another tunnel.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Or creature-made tunnels.
Can I leave on?
Wait, which way is the tunnel in here, though?
It goes upwards. So, like, here's the thing. That's the wall of the sewage. It goes up. So it just goes into it.
Can I just do this?
Yeah, it's the end
Can
of
my
it.
illusion just turn into like a bat and just start flying?
It has to be a duplicate of yourself.
Oh yeah.
But it's an illusion, so I'll just say it can climb.
Oh.
Fuck it. I mean, it's like, an illusion
No.
can technically fucking fly.
It runs up instead.
It's just vertical. Its face, it's like crouched up. You do make your way up there as the magic kind of fading, like the flicker of lights.
Faster.
You emerge in a fairly secluded area. The top of the hole is actually covered, but as an illusion, you just kind of like go up and then skirt under it without having to really fade anything. It looks like it's underneath like a desk of sorts.
I see no light.
You see plenty of light.
Okay.
And you definitely could see bustling magic figures that you had seen before.
Can I tell where I am from that spot?
So the way that the layout of this room is it's the very first floor is expansive, a desk in the center, that's not where you are, and like a magical dome that's like sitting in the middle with like magical energy being pushed into it with all the different magical items up on the walls with like plaques and everything. Where you are is there's like windowed panes on the other side. You are near in like one of those areas. One of the areas that you had not gone to before, in the alcove.
How long is my game lasting now?
You maybe have like a minute. Maybe like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Just starts to
I-
shout.
As loud as I can.
Okay, what do you shout?
I found your problem!
People start to look around, questioning where this magic source is. You vanish. Not sure what's gonna happen with that. Not there. So
Oh, yeah. And I come back. Oh!
you see his emerges. She emerges with magical force, so the invisibility fades.
I was about to say, she's trying to tempt me to push me in the sewage.
I'm back. My spell ran out.
Oh, okay.
So I investigated the magic store, and
A magic sword.
okay, so when I let me explain the details.
More like a school of magic, but
Oh,
because they don't sell their product,
they
they give it to the government to use for their tools.
Oh, I'll say that instead. And I told him that let's see, the magic items, a whole bunch of super expensive magic items were taken, and then
Welcome to my session. So our DM here, playing with Expo marker still, put it next to his ears.
Hey, get to work, you two. What are you doing?
No metagame.
What are you doing?
I'm telling him that that super high ranking magic items are stolen from the shop. Somehow, even with the high security magic around them. And the only way that people can do it is by dispelling the magic, which the person didn't even do. So maybe what I'm thinking, maybe they gather from underground. I'm not sure if the magic affects from underneath.
I'm assuming so.
You wouldn't know. You never been there.
Yeah, because I want to know what spell he's talking about. So.
I don't know either. I never
No.
asked the details.
Yeah, no. You gotta make an Arcana check if you were there to see, but you didn't do it.
Back in time, let's do it.
So I'm gonna go with that theory then. So our criminal used the tunnel to steal magical weapons.
Yes, and then most likely brought it to probably where that rock is at.
Just thinking we can't get past.
I mean,
He's a warlock. Oh
Are you?
no! He's a paladin warlock.
So-
you be sure that rock uses it.
so what did you find at the church?
I was trying
Miles
not to give
away.
away anything that
I found
the creature was behind it, you know, or people.
Anyways, what are you doing?
So I explained to him what I found in the mossy room. There were the beds and the barrels of water.
There was water, huh? And
To use some more
And
other muscle.
apparently, there's no door, there's no windows.
Did you
there's
check?
no door.
all the walls, see if there was a door. Because if it was illusion, if there was an illusion around them, most likely there's maybe it looked like an empty room.
I was thinking so, because I keep.
You with the investigation, I'm going to assume that you did. There was no door, no window.
They
It was
looked out,
all
right?
solid object.
Could you tell if there was breeze, huh?
There was nothing.
That's a one-suffocating room.
That's why there's a lot of moss in there. In a human environment, it's gonna suck in there.
Most likely they used the spell.
And the church is just one random
right now.
Uh,
But right now, I'm following this path and see if we can find anything right now.
Well,
Out the sewers.
That's tea.
no, like the chips. Okay. Hi. Well, where else? Where are you gonna investigate next?
I'm gonna investigate out of the sewers, the nearest exit of the sewers.
Yeah, I had a feeling maybe it could be out there too, since it's outside the city.
We could find something over there, so let's check there.
Why not?
Okay, so you guys are making your way there. By this point, you would have made it. So when you are, you come to a pass. From that pass, there's a passage to your right, very similar to the passage before.
Wait. Oh.
Wait, you're talking about this one?
No.
When you get to
Right.
here, there's another passage that deeps into the right. Very similar, 10-foot diameter,
Should we check
long carved passageway in a similar fashion to the other one.
There's not many of these passages. I had a feeling the sewer was not part of it.
I think we should check it out quick, but we should be safe.
Before we continue there, can I investigate if there's a trap?
You can make an investigation check for traps as you're walking in.
14.
Looking around, you don't spot anything. The walls seem pretty clear cut and pretty much just a carved tunnel.
Another two.
I think we're fine. We could assume if the other one wasn't filled with traps, we could assume this one isn't too.
You never know. So we continue. Then we go onward that way then.
Okay, when you get inside with your torchlight as well,
Rock.
another rock.
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
about Devil Sight. Is that just a constant thing, or do I have to cast it?
What?
Devil Sight.
How do you? What's devil sight? Oh, your magical darkness
Yeah.
stuff. It's just on. You don't have to do anything. Yeah.
So non-magic gun and regular one, I get 120 feet.
Oh, so you have dark vision of 120 feet?
Yeah.
Same difference, really.
Yeah.
Nothing really changed. If anything, the torch actually gives you less light.
So I try to generally try and see if I can move the rock a little bit. No.
Just as hard as the other one.
Yep, this is not going anywhere.
But is there a hole that I can see through it?
Not with this one.
So we can't break it with any of our magic. We can't push it.
You haven't tried any of your magic. You've
Yeah,
only tried
We
newish
didn't
and
try
Hoard.
any magic. Unless you want to go ahead and try attacking it.
Why not? I'll try it quick.
Before that, I'm going around the corner.
I'm backing up to you, obviously.
Alright. I mean, it's a 120-foot tunnel, so you're gonna, depending on your range, you're still gonna be in the tunnel.
What's the range of Shatter?
Shatter, I think, is like 60 feet.
And is there 80s of 120?
No, it's not a radius of 120. I didn't even look it up. I'm pretty sure it's like a radius of 20 feet.
Okay. So I back up 60 then,
Okay.
and then I'll cast Shatter, level 2.
60 feet, 10-foot radius sphere. Okay. So roll 3d8 thunder damage.
Obviously, this is gonna echo throughout the cave system.
Shatter is actually silent.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, because we found this out from our thing, huh?
Yep.
16.
16 points of thunder damage. You focus on your magical energy and just like this small like high-pitched whining sound begins to like emanate from it. You hear this as well. Just
I'm
Nothing.
surprised.
that doesn't budge. It hurts it. You can see like several pieces kind of like chipping off.
I can't do this all day. That's not gonna work.
Eldritch blood.
I pick it in. Any luck?
No, it cracked a little bit, but I can't keep doing this.
Is there a hole that you can see through?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Is that 8?
Yeah.
That was a
No. It's a-
12.
Looking about, there seems to be like small bits and pieces carved out from where you did it. So there's like a little bit more of a gap. It just leads to more rock, though. It leads further in. It's more rock.
Nothing good.
Did my detect magic end when I enter in here?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Alright. Another way to destroy this book.
Why are you doing that?
You can just cast. Fine.
I have an idea.
I'm not.
So you're still hearing.
Yeah.
You're like 40 feet
Well,
from each other.
I have an idea that might work. Might be crazy enough to work, but it's risky.
That is.
The only way we can get around this is to blow it up.
Oh.
Well, remember what happened to
Think of Satchbell.
yeah, what's after that? Zakar?
Sakine.
Zakine.
Zakil.
Zakil.
I'm gonna call you Sakine because that's one of the spells.
Okay, so Zakil. We know what happened to Zakil?
Daylight. Zakil.
Back at the blacksmith, he blew up because of gunpowder in the air.
But how are we gonna get? If you.
You guys would have no idea that he found barrels of gunpowder. by the way.
Yeah,
No, I was about to say, do I have knowledge that this is a magical thing?
No, I didn't.
From the
From the weapons place?
Yeah.
You
never said
didn't
it.
have.
I didn't have detect magic.
No, so you would not have known because he did not specify that.
I
there
just said I
was-
blew up.
Yeah, he just said he blew up.
I think we should go back and grab some from the blacksmith. There has to be some laying around. And apparently he blew up twice, so there has to be plenty in there.
But that's very questionable. though.
You would have known.
Yeah, I know.
Right. He's saying that he doesn't know how he blew up. You would know.
Oh, yeah, because Odd told me.
No, because you had detect magic when going in, and had the
Oh,
plume of
yeah.
energy
Yeah,
of
that's true.
transmutation
Yeah.
in the air.
Oh, it's only in the air?
It's in the air, coming out from puffs in the ground.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it was just gunpowder laying around.
No.
Oh.
As far as what you've gathered from the explosion, doesn't seem like that.
So I thought they had gunpowder up there.
No. That wasn't it.
We can find someone who's selling gunpowder and buy it off of them.
I mean, you have money.
Can I make a quick intelligence, see how much a barrel costs of gunpowder?
Barrel of gunpowder?
That's a lot.
About 4,500 gold pieces.
I'll look at you.
Here's to put into reference. Gunpowder is a very futuristic type of ammunition or explosive.
Especially for our time.
the thing is that with Dungeons and Dragons, it's like modern fantasy. It's like modern medieval fantasy. So there's some bits and pieces, like a sewage system, for instance. But gunpowder is difficult to curate, as well as manufacture and gather.
Is the same thing? Oh, so just like no dynamite then.
Well, I mean, you could probably buy it, but a stick of dynamite itself is easily going to cost into the hundreds of gold.
Okay, so that idea is
So I just look at her and said, just explain all that.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Alright, well, better try another idea.
But right now, I'm just trying to regroup. You know, where's the last time you saw Sakim?
No, we're
Man.
going. I flipped the
Kill! Why did you pause?
I love that delayed reaction. Continue.
I was gonna. Well, I sent my illusion off on its own. We were going.
Both
We were
are
going to that one house we were investigating that we didn't see investigate yet. I think he might be there, but he might be long gone. We can go check over there.
Your duplicate would know where he was going.
Yeah, that's why I told him.
Okay.
That's the last time I remember. That was like 10 minutes ago, though. So.
I'm gonna follow you because I have no map of
Alright.
where to go.
I know where to go now, since I know where I am.
Mhm.
So, let's go. If we maybe go quickly, we could probably get him before he leaves. So let's
And if
make
not,
haste.
we're only going to onto the next house.
So we start,
Making haste.
do you want to just run? Not sprint, but just run casually?
Jog.
Jog.
I mean, if you go full speed, you just won't have the ability to check for stuff.
Yeah, we're just
It'll go faster, but okay, jogging, just normal walking speed basically. Yeah, it'll take you better part about 20-25 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Your detect magic comes up
And
at some point.
I'll start casting mine too.
Okay.
If he's gonna do it now, I'm not gonna do it
I mean, you can both do it.
I mean, yeah. It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't know he's gonna do it.
It costs nothing, so
then. It's literally like, it comes from my book.
yeah. Comes from a book from you, comes from his brain, comes from his book.
I didn't know he had a book.
He's got the Pact of the Tome.
Really?
So 2 people with spell books, and then brain.
Hey,
Magical instruments of charismatic wisdom.
So this is gonna cut. I'm gonna go take this.
Okay, so we're going over to you. Your detect magic comes up. It's powerful. This substance that's just pale milky white inside of a single vial is immense. It's very, like, it's different too, because you try to piece it together using your normal magics. You can see, like, whether something transmutation, illusion, stuff like that. This is a conglomerate of many different, like a mixture of many different ones. You get transmutation back, you get enchantments, you get abjuration, evocation, all sorts of just different magics.
What would happen if I drank?
You have no possible idea.
Is he doing it? Are you doing it? You have to go with it. She can heal you.
Take a little sip of it.
Well, you know that potions will only work if you drink the whole thing at the same time. There's no taking sips. When you uncork it to kind of like smell it, it's pungent and it flares your nose. Like the moment you kind of put it up, it doesn't smell bad, but it's just like an overwhelming sense of all the different kinds of senses. And it's just like...
It's like a high.
It's really powerful and probably doesn't smell very good. You can make a... Well, it doesn't like smell terrible, but it's not like good.
Can make a check to see if
Yeah,
I
make
can
a... Yeah, make an Arcana check.
What is it? No.
He's got only positives, so... Berger's intelligence is +2, so...
I'm pretty sure.
That you're only...
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, your only +1 is your dex, because you rolled ridiculous on your stats.
He's drinking a random.
So,
No, I don't.
Looking at it?
Drink Yeah.
you're like tilting it left and right, it sloshes around like normal water. You put it up to your nose, it smells ridiculously powerful. And thinking on it, arcane magics Generally, you don't want to mix potions. Mixing potions can have multiple different kinds of effects where the effect could do nothing. It could double the bolster of the effect. It could have both effects trigger. It could explode.
It could kill you.
Yes, like literally, it combusts inside you. So you're not sure what this could do. But you know that mixing potions is incredibly dangerous. Like,
Cork on it, put it in my bag.
okay. Anything else you're doing? When you're looking with detect magic, nothing else seems to be magical inside this room.
Was there anything else noteworthy in this room?
Other than the barrels full of gunpowder, there's you can see they're investing in the rest of the room. So there's like a second tier room upstairs. Go upstairs. You can see that there's a lot of metal bars on the ground. They are crystalline, like metal. They look to be about platinum, like thick platinum bars.
Take it.
You're not there. Shush. You also know that platinum is fucking heavy. And you don't have a bag of holding to stuff things into for no weight. And you've got to climb.
Start chucking them down the hole.
Okay, you can do that easily. They're like 50 pounds a bar. Easily. So you have to go single file. There's about like 10 or 12 of these bars.
Down here.
I'm just gonna put them by the gunpowder for now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna put them over by the gunpowder.
Wait, how many are there?
There's 12 bars of platinum, each weighing about 50 pounds.
On the second floor.
On the second floor. So you have to go upstairs, Karen. This is going to be a grueling task. I'm going to need you to make an athletics. You could do that, yeah. Make an athletics check anyways. Okay. So you're going to lift it. It slips out of your hand, slams onto your foot. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams and crushes probably a few toes.
Dude, you took 13 damage.
I'm not pulling up plays. I'm still at 60.
You're at
8.
you had 78 normally.
Yeah.
Wait, can he make a dex?
No,
Moving his foot?
No, it does. It's too fast.
Okay.
And then you kind of realize you
all
need to.
at once.
No, not at once. This is still one bar. It's still 50 pounds though.
50 times 12.
So it's gonna take you some time for sure. Still to move them, drop them over the side. When you do, you hear someone like break into some of the wood planking that's on the ground and just like shatters a huge portion of chunks as you start to drop them off to the different portions. Because the first two you drop them on the same point, you hear. It's a horribly disgusting, disturbing metal sound ring out. You drop the other ones into different portions, just.
Does this echo?
It's not that loud, but if someone were to enter, it'd be pretty evident that metal bars were just dropped into wood.
So there's.
Because you're
holes-
dropping them easily like 10, 15 feet.
So there's holes
there anything
in the
else up there?
floor.
Up there looks to be destroyed bedding. Any kind of furniture that was normally in here looks to just be destroyed.
Can't tell by what.
Maybe make an investigation check. No. Your investigation's +2, so. Looking at it, it could be just old age and just like wear and tear. It's like some of the
Do I
legs
see any
might have
claw marks
broken.
up there?
You don't see any claw marks, no. It's also still kind of dark. You have your torch up or your sword up, so that helps for sure. Other than that, you also have to kind of like prop the sword up so that way you can move the metal bars with both hands. But
Alright. And was there any other rooms or anything?
no, it was just the one downstairs room and then this upstairs room. It looks like this was probably similar to like an inn of sorts, or not an inn, just a bar tavern.
Alright. Well, if there's nothing else up there, I'm going to go back down into the hole and go to this house.
You're going into the hole. You're leaving the platinum bars in the wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel like dropping on my feet.
Or kicking them down a hole.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So making your way down, you see Anu. She's there. What was that sound?
I was throwing bars.
Throwing bars.
Platinum bars off of the second floor.
Platinum bars.
Yeah. I just found gunpowder.
You found gunpowder.
Two barrels full, right? I believe you said there was one too.
There was 3 barrels of
There's 3?
gunpowder.
Oh, okay. 3 barrels of gunpowder.
Wow. That's something to report to the rest of the group. What's our plan?
We're gonna go check out the massive of the house.
Okay. Okay, that took you 20 minutes to do. The breaks in between. So.
And rushing off your
your fucking crushed shoes.
How much is the greater potion healing do?
Greater potion healing does 44 plus 4. 4 d4s plus 4. Not 44. Not 48 points.
I said 44.
I know, but we've had people that is like, oh, 48?
No,
48?
Greater, just
Cure
4
wounds.
D4.
Casting Cure Wounds at level 1?
Yeah, I have to do that as level 1, don't I?
You have level 1 or level 2? Level 2.
The 1.
As a level 3 warlock, I believe you have 2nd level spells as a warlock. So,
Which one would I need to do to get back to full health?
how much are you missing?
13.
I mean, if you rolled an 8 on your Cure Wounds, you'd be back at full.
Alright.
You could also just take a short rest.
True. We'll rest a little bit. We'll take a little rest to re-heal that damage.
Basically, how that works is now you can roll hit dice. So you can
How many hit
either.
dice do you all have in here?
So since you're level 9, as a bard you have 9 d8s. As part paladin, part warlock, you have 3 d8s and 6 d10s. And as your class, you have 9 d8s as well.
3 d8s, you said?
3 d8s and 6 d10s. You can use those however much you need to.
Why do I have
9 d8s.
It's based on your level, correct?
Yeah, it's your level and class.
Alright.
So like a barbarian would have, a level 9 barbarian would have 9 d12s.
Okay.
And those recover on a long rest, so.
Actually, no.
3 plus your constitution.
What?
And you can re-roll. You can roll as many as you need. So,
So plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
so 5. You can roll another one.
2.
So 4, 9. So you're still down 4. That's a 10. So you're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 0s or 10. So now you're at full health. And you use 3 of your paladin hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do we
So,
deal with them?
yes, you guys come up here and you can see Zakil is nursing his foot. He has his boot off and just like
Licking it.
kind of just like rubbing some like water from his water skin over it, putting us like some ice packs.
What happened?
I look at A, like,
Did he
what
get
happened?
again?
I don't know. He's been doing this for the last 30 minutes or so.
what have you been doing?
Found some platinum bars that I threw them over a rail, slipped one, and hit my foot.
Why are
Why'd
you
you-
what? Why are you doing planting bars and dropping you on the first floor?
Could be useful for something. I also found 3 barrels of like gunpowder.
What? Did you say
I'm sorry, that was perfectly silenced. It was just, I also found 3 barrels of gunpowder. What?
Yeah, 3 barrels full of gunpowder.
That's perfect.
What's
How
perfect?
coincidence.
No coincidence.
That's
I also
great.
found this potion.
Okay, so fuck the potion. So
You were the one wanting him to drink it.
that's
Jordan, not Juna.
So I had an idea about getting past those boulders. It was gonna require gunpowder.
Ever tried magic?
Yes.
I have Eldritch Blast. Try that too.
I mean, if you really want to, you could. But I think we should try gunpowder too.
But first, I think we should check the last house we had.
Hang on, before that, I want to go.
Actually, no. If I remember correctly, there's 2 houses we haven't checked on the ground.
I checked
I
the
believe.
magic Scour store thing, so
Underground, you haven't checked 4 buildings.
yeah.
You haven't checked the food there, the mastiffs, or up there.
Okay, but
You
we're-
can't investigate this one because that's straight up.
I mean, yeah.
You also went inside that building, so.
Yeah, I already went
Fair.
inside.
Do,
Anyway,
do I have, what else do I have in my inventory? Can
for, like, what are you trying to find out?
I, do I have any of this empty flask?
Sure, I'll say each of you have like 3.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some gunpowder first. And make sure we don't have to come back for them.
Here's my 3.
How do you guys know I was gonna use this?
You just asked.
Yeah. So you're gonna go grab some
Okay.
gunpowder. You didn't say you're gonna take a barrel. Obviously, you need stuff to carry it in.
Okay, I'm climbing up.
Alright, we got athletics check.
Let me check the map real quick and see how far this building is.
We pull up the map quickly.
Oof.
I handed you my
are
sword.
we turning it at this building or this building?
We're right here.
Okay, so
Because this is where I was checking.
can I estimate how long this will take me
8.
to get to here?
Maybe like 5 minutes.
8.
8. So you're climbing. As you guys are discussing this, looking at the map, you hear. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's move out of the way.
Technically, they're kind of all the way done.
Okay, what you see is Juna, and right as she's about to like reach the muck, she goes into like a 5-foot leap and just leaps over it and goes over to the corner, landing in just doing a pose. Purpose.
I wish
Okay.
I'd be looking at it.
It's not as the same as using my clone. Never know that.
No, it's not. Get your ass back in there, boy. I mean, girl.
You can get
You
that.
assume her gender?
The only reason I had it was for
I said
for
order.
fucking comedy, anyways, because you're in no rush, so
Yeah.
technically there's not like a risk. The only thing is like it's difficult
I could-
to find like purchase.
I could have booked the glass vials.
Nah, I wouldn't have that.
If I did a 1 though, maybe.
Maybe we
Okay.
would just like fell and shattered a few of them, but still. Anyways.
And then I look around, I look for these.
So what you do is if you get up on top, you can see there's 10 different holes, each with platinum bars in them, 11 different holes. One of the holes has 2 platinum bars on it. You can see like some chiseled like cracks coming in from part of it, and they're just indented into the ground.
This is-
Upstairs, you can also see there's like a little bit of some from something else above as well.
Wait, what is these? I checked the barrels.
So, technically, you don't know that.
The barrels. No, you just said it.
Yeah, he said.
He said he was dropping. He dropped a bar onto his foot, and then he was dropping bars, saying they might be useful. Anyways,
I opened the barrels.
they're clearly gunpowder.
All 9 vials.
Yep, you got 9 vials of gunpowder.
Alright, and then can I just like slide down easily in the
Yeah.
barrels? Okay. Alright, I'm back.
And then dangerous.
Bring the skirt.
Did
Yeah,
you close
here-
the barrels?
You should.
You're saying that isn't valuable. Get your ass back up there and close up.
While you're doing that and climbing up, I'm gonna. You said 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's gonna take about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
gonna
gonna give
check
you
that.
guys your vials.
And then we're telling him we're going to go to the. Oh, I'm telling him anyways that we're going to the massive house. So
Okay.
he knows where to find us.
We'll just stick together. We'll go blow
Go
up
close that barrel first.
Can't you climb up there? Yeah.
While they do that, I'm gonna go on my own with a torch
To
to the big house.
that's what
That's what we're doing.
Oh, because I thought you guys were still talking at the entrance of the.
I'm telling him to go back up there and meet us over there.
So as you guys are saying this, you turn and be like, can't you? And Will's already walking, turns to the right down the other
Well,
passageway.
Will's not, I'm not, and I walk with him.
Fuck it. Going away.
Alright.
That chin.
By the way, that explosion was like a little bit of gunpowder. This might be a little bit more than that. Anyways, making your way down this tunnel, towards the end, you definitely do see another carved-in passageway that leads up.
Do I hear anything from the town?
No, not necessarily. You can hear nothing. No, you hear just the slow-moving, slushy water
Up top?
from below you.
Who
I
can
pass him and
climb
go
up
into
there?
the tunnel.
Who's climbing up?
Hey,
Did you think you're going into the tunnel? Okay, so you start climbing up. You don't have to go to the other side. You just easily climb up. There's a covering to it. Okay, now you need to get out. Let's check.
yo, you said there's a cover.
So you start
I
to
fell.
push. You start to push and push and push.
I also didn't put my sword away either, so.
That's fine. It's on your belt. We'll say.
So it's just burning my belt?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but you're fine. You just push it and push it. It's not budging.
Weakling?
Try again.
You can try it. Pushing,
18.
pushing. It's still not budging.
No,
It's a
That-
16 plus.
19.
You're still pushing. Doesn't budge. Try again.
Nope.
Doesn't budge. Doesn't budge. The more and more you're trying, eventually you hear Will from below you as you went into the tunnel.
No, because I can probably see his light and wiggling up.
Yeah, you can see a light, but it's still like going down, and he's not moving. You can hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall. So I'm right in the tunnel.
Yeah, you can see him like trying to move.
Help me push this.
No, I'm going back down because it's not big enough space for 2 people.
What are you doing?
Just start. There's some good.
I mean, you can.
Just a little.
I'm sliding down.
You can put a little bit of some gunpowder, probably like because there's like a little bit of like a portion that you can probably put a little bit on too.
Just a little, not enough to do any real harm to anyone who might be above it. Just enough to cause a little.
That's fine.
To move it.
Okay, so yeah, you put some gunpowder on. You just put up your sword. All right.
Am I out?
You're out. It's not big. It's only going to affect you because you're face to face with it.
I'm at least a little distance away with the sword.
Yeah, it's still in a compacted space, and an explosion's gonna go down, not up.
I know.
So you do take 1 point of force damage as it just goes. Blows back your face, and you're now fully covered in soot.
Oh yeah.
He's still covered in soot. You got natural camouflage in the dark, man.
Oh.
It blows off the top, and you hear just a scream on the inside.
That was loud. That was very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Did we hear that?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Terrorist!
I just go up. Hello.
You see a fairly petite man standing nearby as you have just blown open the passage directly next to the toilet. And he seems to be sitting down on some business. Yeah. Seems what you blew open was a portion of tile.
It's pretty heavy stuff.
And
Yeah.
just trying to take a shit and all of a sudden...
And you pop your head up. Guards! Guards! Intruder! They're just shouting for guards. Inside the toilet. It just echoes inside this room.
No.
Doesn't really go very far.
We should go.
Make a persuasion check.
We should
With
go.
disadvantage.
Okay, I point to
So that's plus 9, I believe.
Oh man. There you go.
Yeah, persuasion plus 9.
So 23?
Yeah.
You hear a small drop of something. Just leave. Just leave.
First.
Just leave.
That's back down.
Okay. Slams the tile back down.
And then I was like...
Oh my god.
Just another
There's more, the whole bottle.
Eventually he fucking leaves, slams the door behind him. So what are you two doing?
Pushes back up.
We're away from this.
Yeah, I'm just shaking my head. It's like...
Yeah, you heard the scream
Yeah, as
of
soon
a
as,
shrill man on the toilet.
so yeah, we're like far away from that now. Like we're back here.
Okay. So what are you doing, Zakil? Okay, you pop out easily, because guess what? You fucking broke the seal that it was using. As this is one of the first places that was attacked, they had resealed over a hole that they had found. Doesn't seem like there's anything in this bathroom.
Alright, I go back down in the hole close. Let's see.
Okay.
Back down. Just.
Alright, there you go. You come back out, Anu's there. She's
I
just waiting.
thought Anu came with us.
Well, she's gonna wait for him. As you guys had discussed not separating, even though you separated anyways, having at least pairs of two.
We should go here.
I think...
I'm
I'm going
going
up the rock.
watermill.
What?
You're approaching. Sorry.
Oh.
Watermill. We subject it.
I mean, we can't get to the watermill.
Yeah, okay.
If we go
Not
on
from
top,
the sewers.
No?
because looking at this map, there's nothing connecting to the wire mill. Sure.
Looking at it now from my angle, it looks like a thumb.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of Gantu. You got to test the broken wall over there.
I see. Well, regardless, what are you guys doing? Eventually, you do emerge,
Okay,
following behind them.
I'm just gonna.
We can,
Alright, to the rock then. Let's go to the rock.
If you guys want to know, we found a second one too.
A second what?
The second rock boulder that was blocking the path, like the first one we found.
next to the government place and the church. Speaking of the church, I found a hidden room in the church when I center tunnel like this, but all the walls are solid and just a bedding and a barrel of water. It's very mossy in that place.
We're going to blow up the rock? Doesn't sound very subtle.
Yeah, wrong. But we have no other way to check out what's behind there, and it's a little suspicious.
Hey, do you know if there's any buildings on top next to the government office where I point at this spot right here?
I'm sure there's like road or something, or maybe a few houses. I don't know anything else that's in there.
So you don't know.
And the specific layout of every single building, I'm sorry, I'm not an encyclopedia or an atlas of this building, of this city. But that's my choice. But if you guys want to blow up the rock
We want to use
directly underneath the government building,
We're not
We'll
trying
do-
to be
We'll do
square.
the rock further away from it. There's one that's next to the exit pipe, you said? The one leading outside the city?
Yeah, I probably have to draw these two, so.
okay. I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
She just rubs her face, kind of nervous-like.
Alright, let's go.
So you guys all go over to the rock then?
Yeah.
Unless you want to go up, investigate the water bill by yourself.
Is there an exit right here?
No.
There's an exit right here.
I know. That's why I was asking if there's an exit right here too. 'Cause
No.
It's just kind of a dead end for no reason.
So there's houses on that side. So you just following them then? Okay. So you guys make your way, spend about 30 minutes making it all the way back to the rock.
Hell, you've been down here for hours.
You absolutely have been.
Do you need a break?
No, we
We're
should
gonna
get
go to
this.
the other rock.
We should get this
You
done.
can do So,
Both the rocks open at the same time.
So how much is in all glass vials?
a few ounces probably.
More than the year.
Okay.
I'll look up the equipment while you guys are discussing what to do.
So, should we blow up one rock or blow up both of the rocks?
One. We can't make it too. Well.
Do we really need all 9 vials?
No, we don't. But just in case we might need it in the future, we'll keep some. We'll make one vial full on the ground next to the rock, and then we'll use another one to make a path all the way towards us so we can light it from there.
I think you need a huge pile of gunpowder to make that work.
That's why we have 9 vials.
I'm just gonna say it's 16 ounces.
That's a way it could work, right?
At
Taylor?
the
If you like dump a whole bunch at the rock and then make a trail.
You get in that one side and
Okay.
you're just gonna have less of an amount at the end.
Well, we have 9
use
vials.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, if you had dumped all 9 vials at
Oh
one
no,
point...
we're gonna dump only one whole one. See
Okay,
how much that explodes.
okay, that's fine.
Right? And how much have we? Let's say.
So what we're gonna go with is, if you're gonna be making a trail, it's gonna take about 1.5 vials.
I'm gonna do the same on the outside.
You do the same on the other side? Right, so you use 1.5 vials on your side too.
Alright, I do that then. So I have half a vial left.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a quarter because you used some to blow open a tile.
I'm gonna use that.
You ready? Hand me the torch.
Maybe you use like a few
I'll hand the
ounces.
torch. I look at
Ounce,
A,
maybe.
and I say, point to the entrance of the cavern, and just wait there.
Alright. I mean,
Something on my side.
I did this. I put it there. I rounded the corner, and I'm behind the wall like this.
Okay.
I think
You
it's
know, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, well, you've got, because the thing is, it's 120 feet down the tunnel, so if you're trying to bring it all the way out, you're just going to be dumping a lot of vials out to reach that distance. A single vial or a single half vial is going to get you about 30 feet.
Okay, we'll just do that then. I'm gonna light it and then walk all the way back.
Yeah, you can
That's
sprint.
Run and run. That's
Everyone
what I'm
get
doing.
back.
I've dealt with my explosions.
Everyone
So
get back.
you don't need a trail. Just dump everything on the rock then.
We're doing 2 rounds.
So what are you doing for your side? Are you making it all the way out the tunnel, or are you just doing it just at...
Just to a certain point, so I will be a safe distance of that.
I mean, 30 feet's pretty far, and then you can sprint away.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Ready, everyone?
So you got your flint and steel ready. Just
I mean,
Sword
I
out
have
and ready. Just
you got a sword. You got a torch. So yeah.
Go. And I run all the way back to hide around the corner.
Alright, each of you can easily get plenty of distance for, I'm gonna say, move about 15 feet per round. So easily, you guys duck behind.
Cool guys, don't look at that.
There's a huge plume of smoke, rings out from both sides, it covers part of it. You hear like smashing of like rocks. You look inside, the rocks look to be damaged, not nearly too massive. There's like probably a good hole in it.
I approach the hole and
Yeah, I
can I see
investigate
through
it.
it.
You can't see through it because the way, so you made like maybe about an inch or 2 inches into the rock with that.
Like a rock.
Only inch and 2 inch?
And you only dump one vial. The more you put on, the more force
Yeah.
it like multiplies.
I'm putting 2 vials.
I mean, you don't have
A
any.
little
You
bit.
don't have 2 vials.
Yeah, you don't have 2 vials anymore. You only got 3.
Yeah.
And now you only have 1 and a quarter.
I dump a 1 1/4 again.
I'm guessing you still have my vials then?
No, I gave it back to you.
I
I
walked
let
away.
it run.
I gave it to you. I gave it when you guys said we're gonna.
Yeah, he gave them back to everyone. That's why he has his
So
2.
I still have 3 then.
Yeah.
We don't have an.
I let my man run.
We shall. No.
Well, you wouldn't know because he's on the other tunnel.
Let him do him.
Yeah, as you're just like discussing, you hear.
I look at A.
I go back and approach again.
It looks to have another good few inches into it now. Being that it was inside the rock, it was able to be more enclosed, so
How
you blew
high?
a little bit more in.
How high is the ceiling?
10 feet.
Only 10 feet. That's dangerous.
Does that show any
Alright.
like underneath or above it? Like any gaps?
No. It's. You have gotten about, I'll say, half a foot into this rock. It doesn't seem to.
Oh, my
Stop
rock's not
that.
any more damage because I used shatter on that one.
You did. It's still. You did it on the one that you're in front
Yeah.
of right now.
Yeah.
It's still damaged.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
it's more damage than, if anything, yours went in because it was
Condensed.
constitutionally weakened by the shatter, because the shatter was a whole area of effect. It's less than like a focal point. So you damaged it by like vibrating the whole rock basically, and created a pocket more or less that it damaged portions of it. So your one small blast, even though his only went 3 inches in, yours went about 6 inches in.
Alright, give me your vials. We'll use that one next and do the same thing. But I'm gonna use all of it.
How heavy is the barrel that we can just carry?
It's heavy.
You didn't know.
I tried carrying it. It's pretty heavy.
You just took sample.
Okay,
If you didn't,
then
you
I'll
just
just do all,
it.
all 3 of my vials.
I dumped 2 of the vials.
Okay.
And then used the remaining to make a trail.
Okay, you still have plenty of vials too, because you yourself had 3.
Yeah.
The first one you used 1.5. So you have 1.5, and then his 3.
Oh, you mean a half, not 1.5. A half.
Yeah, 1.5, because you poured 1 on and then a half to make the trail.
So I only have a.
You have 1.5 still.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So you have in total 4.5 vials.
I'll put his 3.
All 3,
Yep.
and then
My trail.
just another. So you have 1 vial left, or are you gonna do 4 vials and then a trail? Because you have 4.5 left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
this one's gonna be a big one. Well,
Yeah,
ready?
you
I
light
put
it and you haul ass as you duck around the corner. Zakeo, as you're kind of idly looking, you hear quite an immense sound. It's
I have to do a saving throw again.
no. You don't have to make a saving throw. I'm going to need you two and Anne to make a saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Bring it over here. Shit. Ooh.
Alright, all 3 of us fail. As this massive explosion rings out, it blows a massive black fume just straight through the tunnel, shooting down this way until it reaches beyond sight, engulfing portions of you. All of you are blinded and deafened from the sound of the explosion, and the soot goes straight into your eyes, so you are blinded for the next minute.
I run over to them.
You see them just like covering their eyes,
I'm sorry.
fully blackened by soot.
Hey, we match.
They don't hear you. You don't hear anything. You just
I'm
hear a
sorry. I'm
loud,
sorry.
like high-pitched whine. Yes.
I'll take my water pots out and clean my eyes.
Yeah, you can clean them out.
Yeah, I'm cleaning mine too.
Yeah, once you clean them out using your water and everything, you're good. You can see Zakale is there.
I cast message on everyone. I'm sorry.
You can't hear it.
Oh.
Because, again, it's not
Yeah, that's
telepathic.
true.
Yeah, so we can't hear it.
They can't hear you, you can't hear them.
Okay, I'll message
Zakale?
Zakale.
You still
Like,
talk to him.
oh yeah, we can't hear anything. My
Figured
ears
as
are
much.
ringing.
That's why you keep saying my name wrong.
Zakale.
Secure.
Anyways,
Secure.
looking in, the rock is gone. Like, gone. Just slammed into the further corner. It's pitch black inside the room, and there's still soot kind of just everywhere.
Okay.
I light another torch.
I look
I go towards the hole and I chuck it in.
Okay. You. No. The room is expansive. It's easily about 120 foot, like, sphere. Once you kind of get past the rock, you can see how large it is. The boulders that were moved into this portion, or are here, are easily like 15 foot wide.
Oh god.
Like 15 by like 10 feet of just boulders. And there's two of them on just slammed both sides. On the other side as well, slammed into both sides. On the opposing side with the torch, you can see another third passageway has the same boulder passage. And
Can we see where that is?
Yep. I'm gonna mark the room here because it's expansive. The ceiling goes to about 20 feet tall because it dips inwards. So it's about this with another passageway like this.
That's blocked.
That's blocked, yeah.
Probably goes into the government building, huh? Underneath it.
You also see
Nothing's in there, right?
what you see is this strange like wall. What?
Detect magic.
Okay, yeah, you can cast detect magic for 10 minutes. You'll get that off eventually. What you
As
see
I'm observing things.
is you guys are still deafened as well. This flat portion of the wall here, it has strange engravings onto it. It has two large dials that have some different zodiac signs in abyss.
Okay.
We all know abyssal.
Yeah.
Yep, you all can read abyss. So they're signs of like power, greed, thievery, just random like signs on one side that are more adjectives than anything. The other side has pronouns and just like mixture in. One of them has like destruction,
Is this
termination, breakdown, things like those.
is this a non-one with V3?
No, it's not meant to be. I didn't even think about it. It's not at all like that though.
Damn it.
As far as you can tell, it's solid carved stone.
I write my with my ink and quill and show to A.
She reads it.
It's abyssal writing, and I told her what the whole thing says in case she can't read it.
Oh, so you translate.
Yeah, I translated
Okay.
it for her.
She looks at it. She pulls out her own ink quill, writes on it. You look at it. Says, "I can read this."
So now we're sitting here, have to figure it out while we are reading.
After a few moments, years reside.
Guys,
Still hurts a bit.
okay.
Way to go.
I mean, we got through.
Yeah, finally got through.
I'm a mess.
I think
Hey,
all of us
join
joined
this
us.
club.
Right. So, what do you guys think these dials mean? When we think back to it, though,
You said there's $3 on one wall and $3 on another wall.
No, it's just two large dials.
so
Oh, it's just 2 large tiles.
Yeah, they're like easily the size of the wall in a full sphere, so they're about 15 foot
Can you
guided
draw a
radius.
dial? Like you did with the other one shot.
I don't know the symbols of orientation.
Okay, so what I was
They're like
gonna
this
say,
big. They're 15-foot, like huge symbols with a
So-
lot of different markings on them.
So what I was gonna say,
This is not a puzzle from the other one.
this must be representing the stuff that the abyssal creature stole. The seven sins mark the 7 people he stole from. Probably. I'm guessing. In the 7, what was the other one? The pronouns? What did the pronouns say?
Destruction. A lot of them just refer to death and breaking down certain circumstances, like destruction, termination,
Are there any bodies
meltdown.
Are there any bodies?
Bodies? No.
So
Any food or
I tried twisting the knob.
Nothing. And it's less of a knob because it's also 7.5 feet up from the ground. You go up to it, it's just solid rock. You can make an investigation check.
Yeah, we'll start investigating this thing.
I'm going to
I'm gonna investigate the whole room.
That's a 7.
$11.
4. Yours is 7. You two are just investigating the room and you're looking around. Doesn't seem like there's any other substance in this room. Everything else is just carved stone and it's very smooth, like very meticulously carved. The portion that's up against the wall, which you're investigating, you can see there's in between both the dials, there comes to like a small multi-fingered like maw almost, like multi-teeth like entrance, and it's completely carved in stone with several different runic enchantment
I
signs
tried
on it.
moving it.
It doesn't
detect
much.
magic. Did that go off yet?
Yes, it'll go off by this point. The dials themselves have one portion being evocation, the other portion being evocation. The teeth maw type of looking gateway has transmutation in it, and
So like,
it can be seen by 1 foot of substance, right?
Detect magic.
Yeah, I think it can be seen, can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone. It's important because you still see beyond the dials. One side has the same conglomerate effect as that potion did. The other side has a large pool of what looks to be necromancy. And it fills that entire dial. The other side is about half, and that's what you see. The rest of this room is completely magicless.
So when June, you push or
Tries to open it. I'm gonna assume that she means like pulling it, pushing it, trying to
Yeah, everything.
move.
Everything.
Trying to
is
just
possible.
literally move it. Doesn't budge.
you did?
portion of the potion up.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, you pour the potion on it. You can see it land on top of it. Goes inside of it. No noticeable effect other than the dial on the left fills fully.
I think.
What's that?
You don't see what that effect. But yeah, now the potion's gone.
I think this is a ritual.
Rich. This is not good.
You must be
I still
trying
haven't
to.
told them anything.
Nope.
You must be trying to summon something from here.
This is a ritual. I wonder if I know this ritual. Can we get an intelligence check?
Make a
I'm
religion
gonna
check.
make that too.
Make a religion check.
Me too.
Make a religion check.
Is religion
Intelligence.
Fuck. 13.
16.
9.
13, not enough. 9, not enough. 16 is enough. What you remember is from
From my research.
the research that was performed by A.C.T.S, by the Abyssal Creature Termination Squadron. They briefed you on the very meticulous actions that Abyssal creatures will go or undergo to try to ruin that thread. One of which involves a ritual that can create a catastrophic implosion almost of chaotic energy that can bring an entire area into the abyss.
I just made it.
It involves all types of magic and a very, very large amount of necromantic energy through sacrificial substance.
Assuming I realize that,
You have no idea what that potion was.
no, I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast detect magic. I don't even know the whole shit now because you're not telling me anything.
You don't know that he cast detect magic, so.
I don't know what this thing's about. I feel like I should know it.
But that's what you remember.
I remind them though.
Okay, so he tells you everything.
And then I tell him what I
And
see.
then you explain. While you guys are explaining this as well, you hear a large amount of footsteps from your tunnel passageway. Large amount. Not big creatures, but a fairly large amount of
We're in
footsteps.
trouble. I think that's probably
Use
the guards
insights.
because of the explosions.
It'd be perception.
Can I?
Yeah, you make perception. Wisdom based.
Yeah.
Plus 7.
Yeah, what
Is
else?
that 9 or 6?
That's a 6.
6 plus 7.
So
Okay. Oh, God.
Diane, ascertain anything?
you can gather that the footsteps, there are chains of metal, a lot of just muffled voices. You can't actually hear what they're saying, but you can hear a large conglomerate of them.
I put out the torch and I sheathe my sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast.
I
I'm gonna cast hallucinatory terrain and make it look like the border was still there.
What level spell is that?
4.
4th level. Okay.
And it does affect everyone.
Okay. Let me look at the illusionary terrain. So you put up your torch and also put away your sword and just try to hide in the shadows. Make
I'm
a stealth
pitch
check with disadvantage,
I'm pitch black already.
but you have solid plate armor on that's noisy as hell.
18, 10.
Okay, so 11. Because you have +1 in dexterity, and I don't think you took stealth.
No.
Hallucinatory.
That's also
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Never mind then.
Can I estimate like how far are they?
How long will it take?
You can tell that they're at least above you. You're not sure how long that will take for them to get down to you.
How long would it take to cast darkness?
Darkness is instantaneous, but it only lasts 1 minute.
Alright.
Or 10 minutes,
I'm gonna take my time still and cast.
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
darkness, and then he can put out cast illusionary terrain.
I mean,
You gonna
still
tell
takes
that
10
to him?
minutes.
Well, I mean, darkness lasts 10 minutes as well.
I'm still gonna do it quickly.
Okay, so you're going to be casting illusionary. You're going to be casting darkness where the hole is. Yeah. It will fill the entire gap and eke over the rest of the rock.
That way they can't see it, at least unless they venture through it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And then I'm gonna look through the darkness.
You can see through it because of your eyes.
Yep.
Your little cheaty eyes.
Wait, what?
One of the Eldritch invocations, he can see through magical and non-magical darkness. So he can see through the darkness spell. To the rest of you, it's a black void. To him, he can see totally normal through it.
Unless I put my hallucinatory terrain.
Your hallucinatory terrain will be... The darkness will still overtake it.
Yeah, but then he can't see through that.
No, he won't be able... Well, yeah, no, he won't be able to see it.
Okay, so we'll go casting it.
Okay,
And I'll look
so...
good anyways, just to see who's pursuing us.
Okay. Roll a few things. So, what ends up happening is, government guards and a good portion of the city heard this explosion ring out through the bottom of the sewer system. They determined that it was underneath them after quite a few minutes, which gave you time to investigate everything. They began to make their way through it. They had to get through the sewage gates, which will take some time to carve through the metal to get into it. So that alone is going to take a few minutes, as well as a few minutes to get down to it. So after about 8 minutes, they see your darkness void. Now I need to roll roll to see if any of them are brave enough to enter. Sons of bitch. So, what happens? Make sure you mark your darkness spell as well, because that's a second level spell. So mark your warlock spell. So, what happens? The guards that enter, you can see they all have thick metal armor on, shields, chain shirts, and
Oh, you
like...
mean him?
No, the guards.
Oh,
The guards that are going up to the thing. What you guys see is...
We can't
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
what he sees.
We can't see it.
Yeah, what you see is all these guards like start to emerge. There's easily like 10 or 15 guards that emerge. They all look at it. Go get the commander. Go get the commander. What the fuck is this? Kind of gets closer and closer. Puts his hand through it. Looks at his hand. They throw a torch in. They see the torch. The torchlight hit it. Fades. Even what you see inside the darkness is the torch snuffs out. They kind of just like step back. After a few minutes, the guard commander shows up. Hallucinatory terrain shows up. Darkness fades, and the darkness begins to suck in as this hallucinatory rock forms in its place. Now I need to look up hallucinatory terrain again because it's still just an illusion.
Yeah, it's still just an illusion, but it looks.
It looks damn good.
And the darkness for
Right.
timing.
Just in
Yeah.
case, guys, everyone's not hiding somewhere.
Yep.
There's nothing here to hide.
I go hide by the rock. Because they're 15 feet, so like
They are protrusions, so you could hide theoretically behind the one that's on the left.
that's what I'm gonna do.
I guess.
Okay. Like sound and smell, some other sort of natural terrain. On can be made, manufactured structures, equipment, and creatures in the area are changed in appearance. What's your spell save DC?
Spell save DC?
Yeah, it'd be your charisma plus your proficiency plus 8. What's your charisma? Plus 5?
Plus 6, I think.
You have a 22 in
Oh,
charisma?
no.
I was about to say, what the heck?
Plus 3.
Okay. Plus 4 plus 8. Your spell save DC is 15.
Ooh.
What would be mine?
Your charisma plus proficiency plus 8, 17.
20 plus 5.
Yeah, it's your spell save DC is 17. Okay. The guard captain looks at it. Looks at the rest of them. Looks like we have an implosion, a cave-in. We'll have to grab the Workers Guild and repair our sewage system. Disconcerting, there's no sewage in it. But everything here seems to be of ordinary manner. Everyone get back, go. And the rest of the guards kind of fade. He stands there looking at it longer, glances, leans in close, leans back, and goes outside. That lasts 24 hours, so.
Yeah. I try to listen. Nothing?
The footsteps. Bench.
Stealth. Oh, I got my sword now.
I
Speak my language.
I take the risk. I go through my illusion, try to get out and peek my head out. But
Nobody's there?
I go back, they're gone.
Good teamwork there. You got it covered.
I got a feeling you can get an earful over.
You think? We just have some.
You really? It's the most subtle thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not my idea. It's her idea.
You guys have been down here for easily about like 3-4 hours at this point. So it's probably about like 5-6 o'clock.
We're lucky they didn't try to penetrate the darkness.
True. It's a good thing they didn't even try to go through the fucking the illusion rock. That would be even worse.
Technically, illusionary terrain doesn't make that, but I'm gonna allow it anyways.
Oh, what is it not?
It makes like swamps. It makes like terrain. It doesn't actually like affect physical structures,
Oh.
technically. But the way I'm considering it is this is a tunnel. Tunnel is a terrain. I'm gonna say that there's like, you could make like a cave in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So-
After you said there was a cave in,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a smart idea. because of the explosion.
That's what I was basing it off of. Just because magic is magical, man.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we should leave then. And
What are we gonna do with this? This is much dangerous.
We have to come investigate later. We need.
Both sides are filled, so I'm trying to put a vial up and trying to like take some of it back out. Anything?
She just does the fire to come back.
to the thing.
Yeah.
So you just put up.
I tried to push it at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
nope. Okay.
Nothing.
Do I see like both of them filled? Both rocks?
By this point, yeah, the detect magic would activate. You can see one side, the entire dial is just filled with necromantic energy on the right. On the left is this mass conglomerate of so many different types of magic. Evocation, illusion, necromancy. Or not necromancy. Necromancy is not part of it. But illusion, evocation, abjuration. All these different schools of magic on the left
We
side.
could assume that the Necro side, what was it?
Necromancy.
Was maybe sacrifices from the people that were kidnapped.
But I don't see any bones.
Maybe they got sucked in like that ocean did. We don't know what could have happened.
I don't want to risk it.
I'm not touching it.
I mean, it's already full, so even if we touch it, we probably won't do anything.
Maybe that's why when you were trying to pull it apart, it didn't suck you in.
I mean, yeah, I already touched it. Unless the person has to be dead. That's
Hey,
what
why
I
try?
You said there
Jump.
was a boulder
Here.
right
Yep.
here, right?
Mhm.
Is that the boulder from here that exploded from there, right?
No, it's a different boulder. You can see there's rubble in this room from the previous explosion of the rock, but other than that...
Did that rock cause any damage to the rock across from it?
No,
So we have two choices.
because it's 120 foot across. It's not gonna blow the rock slamming into the other rock at full velocity. It's not like you hit it with a fucking nuke.
So we have two choices. We have two choices. We can head back and rest up after what just happened, or take a short rest here. The bristle creature has to eventually come back here, because this is something important to him.
So basically, we're just waiting here in their lair.
Yeah.
So you taking a short rest?
What?
Okay.
That's the decision. Well, is that the decision we're making? We're taking a short rest here.
We could, or we could just try to set up a trap.
That too. But we have nothing.
Gunpowder in the room.
That's true. We could.
We have no vials.
No, but we could
We still
carry
have-
those tubs.
We can carry. We can try and carry those tubs all of us. Question, Tyler.
Yes.
So okay, say we all carry the tub, okay?
The barrel?
Yeah.
The barrel is barely gonna fit through. Is barely gonna fit through the tunnel,
Oh,
like the small gap, because
Okay.
well, it can fit you. It'll fit. It's
But
gonna be tight.
Can you fit all three of us going down it though? With us
At the
both?
same time,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, how about
Maybe
this?
only one of you can climb up
Okay,
and
how about
out.
this? If someone's on the bottom and they let go,
You're gonna have to catch it.
no, and someone's held it from the bottom, and then I cast Featherfall on the person.
I'd allow it. Yeah.
That's
It's casting Featherfall for dropping 25 feet. It's a little sad.
I mean, for something heavy too. So. It can't use it on an object though. It has to be on a person.
Right. You can
That's
cast it
why
on a person, and that person would then gently fall
How long does Featherfall last?
until they hit the ground.
This one fail, but
I mean, it'd only be one.
yeah, that's true.
You cast it on the bottom person.
How many people would it take to carry one barrel?
Well, to carry the barrel itself, the gunpowder inside, not heavy.
Oh.
The barrel itself, like 5 pounds.
Oh.
You couldn't lift it?
He didn't even try.
I know.
She didn't try. But let me double check, because I remember this being a thing from before. Barrels are 70 pounds. I was wrong. Barrels are heavy as hell. So
Yeah,
I'm going to say
they're
probably, because it's also metal encased, so that way fire, no sparks, it's going to be about 75 to 80 pounds of a barrel. So at that point, it's going to need a strong person. You're fairly strong, you just suck. It's totally different.
I one-shotted the one thing. Just
Yeah, you fucking fucking throw it open.
So, what should the trap be though if we used it?
Just fill the room with gunpowder, and then if it comes, throw a torch.
Or because
Then if we do
have
that,
a flame
then
skill.
the gods might come back again. What we're gonna explain to the gods. I kind of forgot about this, but we're supposed to be subtle with this mission.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've already failed with that part a little bit.
Well, the subtlety is gone, but we still need to keep, at bare minimum, abyssal influence.
Yes.
If that gets out, there's going to be mass panic, and the entire city is going to go enraged, and that's going to make it even more difficult for the rest of us.
How about we try to blow up the dials?
That's going again more explosions.
That's
And-
gonna cause a bigger scene.
And we don't know what's going to happen if we blow a ritual site up.
That actually might even trigger the ritual.
We just, like I said, we gotta wait here and ambush him ourselves, or go back and rest and come back.
I said that's the only best plan.
Or we try to find him before he comes back here.
That's another option too.
You still haven't checked out the mill.
You really on with that mill.
I mean, you were right about that being far out here. What if we're right about the other side too?
to the what?
We should check it out at least just across the lot. And we had never checked out the food place either underneath.
Well, you
Yes.
guys can wait here then.
Well, what would checking underneath it do?
There's not,
We already know that it's.
there's probably a cavern under there.
Yeah, it's probably a cavern. They already took something and probably
If
hid it.
anything, we have to go up there and search for the guy. If we search most of these caverns and we can tell he's not down here, so he's probably disguised himself somewhere up there.
What if he's the commander?
You're not wrong. I mean, you had your detect magic on, didn't you? Did you feel anything?
I wasn't looking at that.
That was
You also lost detect magic once you cast darkness.
Yeah.
So just basically, did I detect anything?
You wouldn't have seen him.
Oh, you have to see him.
You had to be within 30 feet as well. And if you were in the middle of the room,
Well-
you weren't going to be 30 feet with him.
Okay.
We should go back up and investigate. But before we go back up, let's clean ourselves. It would be suspicious when there's an explosion and we're covering stuff.
Hey, I was exploding on the surface.
So, I say we should go to the other end where the lake is, and we should clean ourselves up, and then pop up off the blacksmith side, where we came from before.
I say we just go to the river.
Hey,
If we come out the river, that would be kind of suspicious.
He said he found buckets. Not one, right?
Oh, in
Actually,
the church, the barrel of water.
yeah, there's a barrel of water that we can probably use to wash off this stuff.
Let's do it. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, you guys easily enough, in single file, climb up the church thing, find a barrel of water.
Guys, ladies first, and you should.
just
turn around.
just kind of pushing you into the hole.
So men first.
Just
then?
sheathe my sword and jump back down
Ladies
into the
first.
hole.
Alright. So, me and,
Onion.
yeah. We're killing ourselves.
Yeah, you guys have it.
Onion.
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 And yeah.
A.
Whatever! We can't do it! Hey!
You guys and your English language.
Says you.
I can say it.
Yeah. What else can you say? Whatever, we're killing ourselves.
Easily clean yourselves. You switch with the rest of you two. You guys clean yourselves, and you are clean of soot.
Nice spots. So this is the room you were talking about.
Yep. Unless you want to go ahead and investigate it. I investigated the whole thing.
Nah, we'll be good. Let's just go find this abyssal creature. If anything, from what we know, he only attacks at night too. But if we're right about the ritual, he's already done with all the attacks. If anything, we should come back here at night and see if he's going to cast the
We should
ritual.
set up in the blacksmith.
So, what?
Basic operation.
I mean, no one's gonna...
No,
I should keep an eye on
he
it.
might have a point.
Blacksmith is the only one that we've had.
If we want to base
that
of operation, we should go to the place with the gunpowder barrels. Because everything's boarded up there. No one will come in, and it won't be suspicious at all.
True.
And if we could maybe find use of that platinum, maybe, somehow.
Well, I'll follow you guys where they lead then. Because
Do you have food on us? Rations?
Yeah, you got at least 5 days ration.
Okay. Alright, so let's go make a plan at that one house.
At the
Gun
with the platinum bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Alright, so you guys make your way there. Spend about, 30 minutes or so to run all the way back there, because it's quite a ways. Making your way there. Start climbing up.
Yep. Right.
Who's going in first? Yeah, makes sense. As you're going up, you hear the sound of metal moving.
Why'd you stop?
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Why'd you stop?
I knew that was coming.
So, thank you everyone so much for listening, and in the next session we are going to be finishing this one shot. It might run a little bit later than normal. That episode might be 3 hours long. I was expecting you guys to have already found him.
Oh.
To be honest,
Not that this upcoming person's going to be him or anything, but
We're dead, pretty much.
I wasn't expecting you guys to find the room.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was absolutely not expecting that. So, things had to change. But, anyways, we're going to continue this next session. Thank you everyone so much for listening. And once again, check out RPG League at their landing page, Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. And we will see you guys again on another one-shot mishap. Thank you everyone so much for watching.
Ciao.